Enforcement, along with the DEA and the FBI, continue to wage a war on the surge of opioids pouring into our region.
So with drug-related arrests happening almost daily, it's easy to gloss over another instance of deadly drugs being found in Seattle. But Fox 13's Brian Flores is joining us in studio because this bust stands out because it is just so massive.
It was, but when you think about how many people could have been affected here, it also shows how important this bust was. 132,000 people. That's how many could have been killed by the amount of fentanyl that was seized in Seattle this week. And to put that in perspective, that is the amount of people it would have taken to fill Lumen Field twice. And we're not just talking about illicit drugs. All the guns in this photo were seized from a single house in Ballard just on Tuesday. Seattle's police chief says with drugs come firearms. And so far this year, the number of shots fired reports are up more than 26% compared to this time last year. Chief Diaz says these issues can no longer be considered mutually exclusive.
These are just some of the weapons. These joint operations will certainly save lives, but we all need to do more. And you think about 110 guns that were recovered. I mean, that's about a tenth of all of the guns that we've recovered so far this year.
Incredible. Of course, though, we cannot turn away from the other deadly problem. We are talking about fentanyl from California to Washington. Here's Tuesday's multi-state bust by the numbers: 1,000 pounds of meth, 330,000 fentanyl pills. 17 people arrested, by the way, all connected to trafficking for Mexican cartels. But the most disturbing part, their customers, they say, likely someone that you may already know.
It is your friends, it is your neighbors who are using drugs. Again, sometimes they know that they're taking fentanyl, sometimes they think they're taking something else that might be perceived to be safer. And we're seeing more of that hit young people.
They want to drive addiction. We see it. We see the fentanyl in every drug. It's in fentanyl, it's in cocaine, it's in methamphetamine, because that is their ultimate goal, is to drive addiction, to have more people buy their product, to simply make more money.
And the massive amounts of fentanyl are no joke. They are highly concentrated, incredibly addictive, and according to the DEA, are the leading cause of overdose deaths here in the U.S. The DEA also claims most of it, again, being produced by Mexican cartels, then smuggled across the southern border, some even laced into other pills, as you just heard, and people take deadly doses without even realizing it. But for more information on the bust and the dangers of fentanyl, just go to our website, fox13seattle.com. Liz?